doing something really exciting today, and I cannot wait to share it with you. This has been something that I have been trying to do for probably over 20 years, and I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, and I don't know what to expect, but I wanted to record this or film this, I should say. I don't know if this will ever go on my YouTube channel, but I figured, you know what, I'm going to document it because it means so much to me. Either way, I'd like to have it. So today I am going to be visiting my childhood home. And the reason why it's so special is it's our first home that my parents bought, for us as a family. And it's a very tiny home, but it was, uh, I have to say, filled with a lot of love and a lot of memories. And one of the memories, the biggest thing, or the biggest reason why I want to visit it, is in our yard. My dad had replaced a little bit of a cemented area in the yard. And when he did that, he had put our names and I thought, or I think, our handprints in there. And for years, I have been trying to get in touch with the owners that live there now and before that to see if they could just let me know if it was there. And honestly, I wanted to ask them if I could take a picture so I could give it to my dad. I never got a response. But yesterday, something made me look up the house and I noticed right away it was up for sale. And it said it was pending. I could not believe it. First, I was upset because, I would have loved opportunity if there was an open house to be able to go in. And I don't know if there ever was, but I immediately reached out to the realtor and asked him if the home was still available. And he said no. I said, thank you. I'm going to ask you a very strange, odd question that you've probably never gotten in your career as a realtor. But I explained the entire story to him. And he said he didn't remember seeing anything like that in the yard, but he would take a ride over and look. I couldn't believe it. So he rode over there and he said to me, if I find it, I'm going to take pictures and send it to you. I was like, I cannot believe that this guy is being so kind. He doesn't even know me. It could be some, I probably sounded like a nut job. And he went over there, he looked, he took a few pictures of where I thought it was, and he says, I can't find it. And when he sent the pictures, I was like, no, it has to be there. So I said, can you maybe look a little further down, closer to the fence? He found it. He found it. He said I had to pour water over it because it was all overgrown and everything, but he found it, did send me the pictures. I'm going to include the pictures that he sent. And today he invited me to come see the house. He said to me, I will be there again tomorrow. And I took that as an invitation and I said, would it be possible that I can meet you there? And he said, yes. The closing is tomorrow, so we'd have to do it early in the morning. I just happen to be off today. My husband is off today. Guess where we're going? We're going to go see that house, my old house, and I can't wait. I'm going to try to take you along with me. Of course, I'm going to capture as much as I can of this house, and then I will talk a little bit more about it later. But I'm so excited. I got to get ready. The kids just went to school. I got to jump in the shower, do my hair, fix my makeup, and get going. I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome to the house that built me. After years of wondering if I'd ever see it again, I'm finally here. I was nervous pulling up, but standing here felt warm and familiar, like it remembered me. Let's go in. The moment I walked in, it all came rushing back. The hallway, the stairs, painted red now, but I can still see my sister and me sliding down the banister, and I can hear my mom in the background telling us to be careful. This front room held the good furniture. We hardly ever sat in here except at Christmas, when the tree filled the bay window and made this room feel magical. There are only slightest differences now. I'm amazed that this house was never renovated. everything feels just as we left it in 1978. This kitchen holds so many memories, some sweet, some not so much. Like the night my dad made me sit here until I finished liver and onions. Not a fun memory at all, but definitely a memorable one. Looking into the living room from the kitchen, even though the fireplace wasn't there, I can still see our setup, and I can picture my mom ironing in front of the TV, watching General Hospital. This was the bedroom I shared with my sister. The awning above the closets was my dad's idea. He wanted to make it feel special, like our own little storefront. Back then, the walls were painted lilac, and we had a deep plum rug. Seeing that awning is still here meant more to me than I can explain. Looking out these windows, the memories came flooding back. Watching the snow fall onto the flat roof and feeling that excitement at the thought of going outside to play in it. This was my parents' room. The detailed molding above the closet was made by my dad. I wish more than anything I could take that piece home with me. It feels like time paused here after we left. Walking through, it feels like the years barely touched this house. This house held on to us even after we were gone. Moving into the bathroom, it's hard to imagine how beautiful this felt back then. My dad renovated this space in the 70s, and we had red velvet wallpaper on this wall and a medicine cabinet that was considered very fancy for its time. I didn't even remember this until I shared the video with my dad, but he had added a hidden storage compartment behind the toilet too. This brick wall in the hallways always stuck with me. It was one of my dad's renovations, and I think it was originally red. Heading down into the basement, this space isn't the way I remembered it. I did play down here, but it was never a finished room, and the laundry was right next to the cellar door leading out to the yard. And speaking of the yard, it's so overgrown now, but that shed is still standing. I used to get so creeped out going in there to grab my bike. The swing set was to the left, and we had a pool in the center. And right here is where my dad wrote my name and my sister's in the cement back in 1975. After all these years, it meant so much to me to finally see the place I carried in my memory for so long. Seeing this house again meant more to me than I can put into words. It filled a part of me I didn't even realize was missing. Thank you for giving me the space to share this with you, and thank you for watching.